Hello student, welcome in history class. Student, in this video we will discuss the topic beliefs and the practices of Sufism. Student, what is Sufism? Sufism is the idea of devotion toward the God. Like you have listened many kinds of the devotion system. Hinduism, Muslims, Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, same. The Sufism is among of them and it is the part of Islam. It is not separated from Islam. It is a form of the Islamic tradition. So what is new things in the Sufism? Because Islam does not believe in the singing, dancing, etc. The orthodox Islam religion completely silent full motion like to devotion. But many other peoples were living all over world and also in the central Islamic land. They like singing, dancing and other kinds of the activity organized in front of God in the devotion and respect of God. So this new model of the devotion started in the Islam and that knows Sufism. How got the name of Sufism? The Sufi saint wear the clothes that made by the woolen system, and in this wool cloth knows in the central Islamic land areas as the suf. Then according the wearing of the cloth made by the wool, that had given name Sufism. So let us come and discuss the system and practice of the Sufism. Point number first, Sufism is believed to have originated in the Basra city of Iraq. The origination of the Sufism is the Basra city of Iraq. So Iraq, in Iraq country, in Asian continent, Basra is the place where the Sufism organized about thousands year ago. About the thousands year ago in the Basra city in Iraq, the Sufism organized. And the pre-famous sant of the Sufism were Rabia, Al-Ahdam and Mansur and Hallaj. They are the pre-Sufism sant had organized the new kinds of the devotion system on the respect of the Allah, and they have been called their pioneers. Point number second, Sufism were recognized only during the time of Al-Ghazali in 11th AD. Al-Ghazali was the first person who identified and recognized as the Sufi tradition in the Islam. Later, poets like the Atar, Rumi and Hafiz, they are the poet sant in the central Islamic land. Atar, Rumi and Hafiz, and they had written lot of new kinds of the poem like Qawwali, like Sama, and it became the most demandful and respected system in the devotion of Allah. And point number third, Sufism considered everyone equal in the eye of God. It was the best characteristics of the Sufism. Sufi without any intermediate, like to devotion of the Allah, because all Sufi Sant had believed and today also believing the every person's all nature is created by Allah, God, without any discrimination. What is required for the nature? That sin the requirement Allah had made everything like mountain, river, human, trees, etc. And God is one, and according the Sufi Sant, God is one. No any differences among the God. And enlighten and everyone in the universe in his creation. Every verse is the universe in the creation of the Allah or God. It is the characteristics of the Sufism. And point number 4th, the interpreted the Quran on the basis of their own experience, and they maintained the distance from the worldly powers. The interpretation of Quran was other kinds in the Sufism. They had followed the guidelines, ideas of the Prophet Muhammad. They had not separated from Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad remained the respectful founder of Islam under the eyes of Sufism. But they had separated from Islam because they like dancing, singing and other kinds of the activities where all person can sit together and start the devotion of the Allah. So the worship model, the devotion model had changed other things. They had followed same of the Islam or the respect of the Prophet Muhammad. They used to go for ziyarat. Ziyarat is the system, techniques of the devotion in front of the Allah through sama, because the favor of sama, singing and dancing. Singing and dancing is the method of the Allah devotion. It had made the separation from the Islam. Otherwise Sufis are same followed the ideas and guidelines of Prophet Muhammad. Students, in India many Sufi Sant are famous, and all religious communities like Hindu, Muslim, Sikh and others are much respected the Sufi Sant in India. Like in the Ajmer, Sheikh Moinuddin Chishti tomb, and in Uttar Pradesh, Rai Bareli, writer of the Padmavat, Malik Muhammad Jaisi. They are famous Sufi Sant in India, and they had created very good mutual understanding between Hindu and Muslim. When many separatists try to separate and divide Hindu and Muslim on the behalf of the religious ground, the Sufi always try to make good understanding and mutual beliefs between Hindu and Muslim. So, okay, student, I have explained the ideas and characteristics of the Sufism. Okay, student, thanks.